Yeah, Apache Chief, local guy, helped us out with a few different things that we've done with our radio group here, specifically Kiss FM. But some good news coming out. I'll let him do the honors to tell us why he's in and some of the good news he has.
Yeah, good morning, guys. I'm Apache Chief, Upstate's finest, hailing from the Utica, New York area of the world. I've done a bunch of stuff with Kiss FM, Roger in general. Always been, blessed in that aspect. Yeah, just signed a record deal.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, besides my man Smokin' Joe, I'm probably number 2 out of the area to, really sign a deal. Smokin' Joe bottom mouse for those listening at home. But yeah, no, we just signed, put pen to paper, made some dreams come true, and
nice.
Now we're, getting ready to just do it big for upstate New York. That's what we do.
What's that like, that process of trying to get your music out there the whole time?
Not fun.
Promoting yourself.
Yeah, no, it's just no sleep and a lot of coffee and trying to not slowly kill your body and you travel the country. But no, it's great. I mean, I wouldn't ask to be doing anything else.
How do you get a label to look at you?
So I mean, I've kind of been doing this for probably the past 4 years at least. I've had 4 records so far, reach top 40 airplay that have done really well, toured the country, played a bunch of big shows, been able to open for tons of huge artists, your online following and your just, I guess your
profile,
fan base, just grows and grows and grows, and then eventually somebody says who the heck is this kid from upstate New York, the only kid from upstate New York doing anything? What's his story,
Well, that's interesting. We talk about that as well here with just growing your brand and trying to get the message out there and how things have changed. It's not traditional anymore. It's really getting out there and I guess hustling to get your name out there, your work out there, and people to recognize you.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't take any shortcuts. I think that's a problem with a lot of the kids coming up who I talk to who are like, how do we get big and how do we do this?
They want it right away, right?
Yeah, and they want it right away, and I'm just like, man, you have no idea. I mean, literally, every day, something that's really cool to me is every single day there's new people hearing about me for the first time.
Right.
And there's people at the same time that have known about me for 5 years,
Yeah.
So it's just constant grind. Believe it in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who should, So it's just constant grind, constant work ethic, and Utica, I'm coming home Friday, February 26th at the Stanley Theater.
Nice. You mentioned putting pen to paper and paper to pen. I think that's a Young MC rhyme, if I'm not mistaken. Are you more old school like that, or are you like Hoodie Allen? What's your style?
Come on, Playboy, just bust a move. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my man Young MC. I was just talking about Young MC because Tone Loc is coming to the Stanley for that show.
Yep.
And Funky Cold Medina, Wild Thing, a lot of those really cool. I'm a music nerd, by the way. A lot of those cool Tone Loc records were written by Young MC.
And you're going to be opening
Young MC.
Yeah,
be opening for them folks.
Yeah. It's going to be Salt and Pepper, Coolio, Rob Bass, Tone Loc, and Apache Chief live at Stanley Theater.
Have you done something like that before? Opening up for artists like that or getting on a stage with
no, totally. Yeah. I mean, that's literally, I was telling them there, I've played venues bigger than the Stanley to more people than could be at the Stanley if it was sold out, but playing the Stanley's cooler because it's in my hometown.
All right. Now, we talked about a record label earlier in the week, Jay, the folks from Newlywed Records. So which record label are you on?
It's Prospect Music Group, which is obviously every label is kind of run by another label, which is run by another. It's kind of so. Prospect Music Group, new label, which is affiliated with Sync Music, which is an even bigger, cooler record label, huge in the Latin world. I mean, people you might not have ever heard of, but Daddy Yankee, De La Ghetto, Farruko, these are people that you're I don't know who Farruko is. If you go on Farruko's Instagram right now, he's got 1 million followers, and Pitbull went there and played with him in South America.
Wow.
Huge names. And Sync Music is a YouTube company, so I mean big money.
Cool.
Obviously, since YouTube is the second most
We
important.
were talking about that with the folks from Newlywed Records, how the industry and record labels has changed. As you just mentioned, it's not the huge names now undertaking everybody. It's the branch off. And
no, totally. I mean, if you were to take an artist like Adele and say who's Adele signed to? She signed to XL Records, and you're I've never even heard of what is XL Records. Well, exactly. Like Adele isn't on Warner Brothers or on Sony or on, whatever, RCA or on. She's on XL Records.
I know there was like a change in the industry maybe 8-10 years ago, like when Koch Records got in. It was like an independent label. It seemed like it changed things. They were able to maybe cut out the middleman of some of these record label etiquette and the money that's involved, and pay the artist more and get their music out.
Well, I think what happens is you get somebody who really believes in one artist a lot of times, and they put money and a lot of backing into the one artist, and then that one artist can then create the financial flow that can trigger other artists being signed. There's a label called Big Machine Records. I don't know if you've ever heard of Big Machine Records.
No.
A lot of people haven't heard of Big Machine Records. There's tiny artists on Big Machine Records like Taylor Swift, who you're like, you would think, oh, Taylor Swift must be signed to Warner Brothers Nashville or whatever. No, she's on Big Machine Records. Big Machine Records put all of their trust and money and everything into Taylor Swift, and now Big Machine is a machine. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like breweries these days. There's all these small breweries, and they're becoming very popular. Obviously, they're very powerful too.